Hello everyone, I'm Chuck Fry with InnovationTools.com, and I'm here with John Rogers, the CEO of Local Motors, a company that has introduced the whole concept of crowdsourcing automobiles. He spoke earlier today at the CoDev conference in Phoenix, and one of the things you talked about quite a bit, John, was the importance of your community to the whole concept. How did you start to build that community, and what were some of the early steps that you took and the kinds of people you sought out?
So let me see if I got that. Thank you, Chuck, once for coming out here. And so in sourcing our community, we really didn't know who the early people were going to be, but what we did know early on is that the element of design was critical to ideating, if you want to call it that, the car that we were going to build in community. So we started with more of the industrial design community as a way to grow the community to begin with, and then grew more into enthusiasts and engineers after that.
Very good. What are some of the ways that you've driven passion among members of the community, or haven't you even had to do anything?
It's unfair to say we've driven passion. We have answered the call for people who want to be involved in the creation of a car from soup to nuts. We've simply allowed them to be part of that.
Okay. You mentioned in your presentation that you're providing your community with better tools, and that seems to drive greater participation. What are some of the tools that you've provided them with?
Well, in this industry, better tools for an uninformed observer are any tools, and so we have sort of a low bar to start with, but what we do is we provide them an online, basically, photo rendering or Photoshop-like tool. That's a trade name, but the idea is we provide them something where they can come in and immediately sketch over something and make it clear what they wanted to say, and if they don't have that skill, they can use a visual comment box where they post a picture of something, or they can use and post a video, and that type of media is so ubiquitous now that you can really express yourself by sort of looking for what you are wanting to find on a browser, and then a search tool, and then plugging that in. And then we're on the cusp of being able to deliver more tools where you can go beyond the sort of photo rendered environment, and you can actually take a three-dimensional model and you can work on it with another individual collaboratively, either from the company or from the community.
Very good. You mentioned that right now customers come to Phoenix and they spend 2-3 day weekends helping to build the car here. As you grow, do you see yourself moving away from that, or do you think that'll remain a part of the core process?
Great question. I think it'll always remain a part of the core process, though what I could imagine happening is that the sort of build-it-yourself type thing is part of the sort of avant-garde for a new model that comes out, and then maybe it transitions to a different kind of build program as the model becomes older and people are moving farther down the whatever you call the innovation or acquisition trend is.
Let's look at the larger picture for a minute. What do you think the impact of this kind of micro-manufacturing is going to have on manufacturing overall?
Well, I hope what it will do is it will be the next wave of industrial production in America. I see this as a very innovative way to harness a globalized economy. And there's been a lot of talk about globalized economies as sort of the end point deliverer of the product, and I don't think that's really true. Excuse me, I don't think that's really true. I think, excuse me, the end point of a globalized economy is not that somebody else makes the product finished and sends it to you. It's figuring out a way to integrate a design and bring it all together at a local point. And I think that's really the future. I think micro-manufacturing is the next wave for this country.
And you mentioned earlier tonight that has applicability for everything from furniture to houses to...
I do, and I think that, so I'm very excited about that trend, and the tools that are available now are becoming more robust as the year goes along, and then year by year they become more robust, making micro-manufacturing even more possible.
Okay, good luck to you with this venture. It's fascinating.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.